Adria has betrayed us, and Leah's soul now lives in Imbuiru Ikura. From her body, Diablo has been reborn as the prime evil. With all the powers of hell within him. The high heavens themselves tremble with his steps, and the angels can do nothing. Now, hope lies with me. Only I can stop him.
Heavens, what have we done?
Imperius, you cannot mean to face Diablo again. Your wounds are barely healed.
The heavens burn. This is your fault, Tyrael. And you, Nephilim, look below and see what your kind has wrought.
Aspect of valor condemns us. This will be difficult.
The Diamond Gates have stood since the light first broke over the high heavens. Now they lie in ruins. Imperius is right. I am the cause of this.
It was not because of you. This was Diablo's work. You did everything you could.
Long ago, my brethren and I voted to decide the fate of man. I cast the final vote that spared you from extinction. Now humanity has birthed the prime evil.
You must not give in to doubt, Tyrael. You became one of us, and now you must live and fight as one of us. Give in to despair if you must, or come and fight with me.
But you don't understand. Hope has been silenced.
Dire tidings indeed.
We are lost. Diablo is too powerful. Always before, the lords of hell bickered and worked against each other. They undid themselves. Within Diablo, within the Prime, there is no such division. And now, the halls of the high heavens quake beneath his steps. The Prime Evil. I can't believe all this has come to pass. Adria played us all for fools. Diablo's influence twisted her inside and out. I suspect we have not seen the last of her. I should have known that Leah's father was the Wanderer. How could I not have sensed Diablo's foul presence within her?
I could not either. It is too sad.
Adria is a true monster. She sacrificed her own daughter to resurrect Diablo.
But poor Leah. I grieve for her soul.
There is nothing worse than what was done to Leah, but we cannot mourn her now. Diablo must be stopped.
Gaze upon the destruction I have wrought. It will be the last thing you see. Iskatu, destroy the Nephilim. I do not fear you, Nephilim. You'll find only death in this eternal realm.
The ancient texts describe the terror demons as unconquerable foes, the dreams of Diablo made flesh. They appear in shadow to torment their victims, and then, in shadow, they vanish. The mere sight of one drove a Horodrim to madness, leaving him screaming and clawing at his eyes until the end of his days.
1,000 shadows of hell draw close, suffocating us in their vile darkness.
I am Ethereal, Archangel of Fate. It is my duty to record what is and what will be within the scroll of fate. But you, Nephilim, you are not in the scroll. Your fate is unwritten.
Then my destiny is unknown and can still be written. Write it with me, or watch all of creation burn around you.
Perhaps fate can be changed. Quickly then, Oriel, Archangel of Hope, has been captured by Raganoth, the Lord of Despair.
I will find her, and hope will be restored to the heavens.
These are the Gardens of Hope. The Archangel
No one has seen an armored destroyer since Diablo was exiled from the burning hell centuries ago. Before then, they were the bulk of his army, and they crawled, thick as locusts over the face of their master's realm. Should the Lord of Terror
I do not
ever
have enough
return,
mana.
I fear they would be his heralds.
The bile crawlers are commonly spoken of among the peasantry in Honduras, most often invoked to scare unruly children into their beds. Fables hold that the crawlers are the half-formed demon spawn who hatched before their time. They resemble nothing more than a bloody, ravening mess, and possess a voracious appetite for human flesh.
Spirit be free, warrior of the heavens. Needs more time.
I have seen many warriors in my day, but only a scant few of them could face the might of an oppressor. This monster towers over the tallest barbarians and wields weapons crafted from hell-forged steel. They were last seen with Baal during his resurgence, and left legions of dead men in their wake.
The Angelus Council is comprised of the 5 archangels who hold dominion over the high heavens. They determine the laws by which all angels must abide. Each of them embodies a pure aspect of creation. Power, justice, hope, faith, and wisdom.
seems I cannot pass yet.
Do you see that enemy over?
It seems I cannot pass yet. I strike at your heart.
Imperius, the Archangel of Valor, is the greatest warrior in all of creation. He revels in war and combat, and has led the hosts of heaven to innumerable victories. With Malthael's absence, it is Imperius who now rules over the Angiras Council, seeking always to defend the high heavens from any foe.
yourself free from the chains of fate, Nephilim, but all will kneel before Lord Diablo.
In the beginning, Rakanoth served Andariel, the Maiden of Anguish, with efficient brutality, for his touch may open up many painful wounds. He was also the warden of Iswal during many long years that the angels suffered in Rakanoth's own plains of despair. But he has quit his realm unexpectedly in recent times.
Thank you, Nephilim. I hoped the scroll of fate was wrong, that harmony would once again fill this troubled realm. I see now that all hope lies in you.
You are bound by the chains of fate no longer.
With my blessing, you can now dispel Diablo's corruption. It hides the rifts which bring his cursed servants to this hallowed place. The rifts must be closed.
We will not fail you.
Diablo nearly brought ruin to the heavens as despair bled into the angels' hearts. But now I have restored hope and rallied them. Tyrael is still lost in the devastation, Now alone I must go to destroy Diablo's hell portals.
I knew he would come. That a champion from the mortal world would light our darkest hour. Your courage and nobility shine out across this realm, blinding our enemies.
My thanks, Ariel. While I stand, your song shall never be silenced again.
I know you will do all you can, for this is your hour. Go forth with my blessing and show all creation why the Nephilim are the future.
Can you help Tyrael? I fear he is lost in his own doubts.
There is a shadow upon his heart, but it will pass. Remember, he chose to be a mortal, and he must overcome this despair as a mortal.
The time to stop Diablo passes quickly. Tyrael may be needed very soon.
Have faith in him. Of all the archangels, his light has always shone the brightest. In this our darkest hour, he will ensure that justice prevails.
Will you help us fight?
Though the angelic host is scattered, we are not defeated. I will try to rally them as best I can.
Yes, they have always flocked to your call during times of crisis. Or, so I have heard.
Our histories have reached your people? That is indeed promising. I pray that this day will end in another tale of victory.
Do you believe we can defeat Diablo?
Only in the light that lies within you, Nephilim. I will take heart from it and hope for your victory. The future is ever writing itself. Unknowable, just beyond sight and touch.
Only once in the history of Sanctuary has a Nephilim been as powerful as you. His name was Odysseus.
The spirits whisper of a man who sacrificed himself to save the world. But the spirits sometimes speak in riddles.
He was no myth. Because of his noble sacrifice, I saw the inherent potential in your kind. As such, I voted with Oriel to spare mankind from annihilation.
Those of you who chose to save humanity chose wisely. And now, I will repay that trust and defeat the primeval. Can you see the future?
I see the myriad streams of possibility, all intertwining and weaving into one another. I can hear them echoing forward into eternity.
So many paths. Which do you choose?
I am not called to be a champion as you are. My role is simply to observe.
Have you seen the fate of the Prophet?
I know of that name, but the one who bore it lived and died long before your time.
I see.
How does the scroll of fate read about this battle?
Doom and darkness. These heavens ruined. The angelic host broken. Diablo victorious.
I will not let it be so.
As I have said, Nephilim, your destiny is unwritten. You alone may change these dark times.
Corruption is strong.
Let your spirit be free, warrior of the heavens. need more time. I strike at your heart.
We have won!
Needs more time.
A most thrilling battle!
Your death comes.
Try to free the impaled angels as you go. Spirits suffer until they are released.
My bags are full.
She's back! Can you believe it? She's back from heaven.
Not just that, she's winning!
What a ruckus! What does it take to stop that one?
Even if we live long enough to have grandchildren, they'll never believe us.
You amaze me. So much loss, and you keep fighting. Thank you.
Bloody hell! You're still alive! What in blazes do they make people out of where you come from?
I will purge this sickness from the high heavens. But you must hold these people together. Can I trust you?
Absolutely, my lady. If you can charge the gates of heaven on your own, I can keep spirits up around here. You there, Demetrius! Stop moping about! If this was your funeral, I'm bloody well certain you'd have been told.
Sorry, sir.
I heard Jason's mum say that you were sent by Akarak to save us. Is it true?
No, I sent myself. Gods do not change the world. Neither do spirits. We must save ourselves, child.
I looked through the portal. You did not. Did so. It's scary in there.
I was a fool to doubt you. You truly are a wonder.
Got some new items for the woman who saved the keep. Take a look.
There's no stopping you, is there?
The spirits cry out for vengeance. I will give it to them.
When you have lived as long as I, you learn that life is filled with betrayal. But the cruelest always comes at the hands of those we love. I know it must be hard to think of other things, but now we must. All creation rests upon your shoulders.
You sound more serious than I have ever heard you.
Well, these are dark times. Even I must set apart thoughts of Dirge's jewel and dwell upon the fate of the world. But that doesn't mean you have to frown so. Hope. Do not look down, my friend. Even in the darkest of times, there is always hope. Hope for a better day. Hope for a new dawn. Or just hope for a good breakfast. You start small, then see what you can get. Do you think that Leah is lost forever?
Diablo consumed her. She is gone.
Nothing, Leah's soul is stronger than that. But then sometimes I forget that you have not seen everything that I have seen.
You always dodge around the truth. Who are you?
What am I? I am Covetous Shen, of course. No more, no less. To some that has meant one thing, to others another.
When will you give me a real answer?
When the sun sets in the east and the shore swallows the tide. When the moon smiles upon the day and the blind man sees once again.
I thought I could make my wife's death mean something. It doesn't matter now, does it?
It does matter. You are here now, and we might still turn the tide of this battle.
Right. Sure that's a comfort for Leah, now that she's gone too. Oh, I've been a fool. You don't get to make things right. This world isn't made for redemption. I'm sorry for what I said before. I was upset. I don't know what it is, but I feel better. Like things can be made right.
You feel hopeful once again.
Yes, that's it exactly. My wife would not have wanted me to wallow in my misery. She would have wanted me to do everything I could to help you win this battle. And you can win. I know that now.
We make an odd pair, Templar, but I respect you, and I hope you respect me.
I cannot condone thievery and deception.
But it is perfectly fine to loot the corpse of an opponent you've just slain?
Those riches are mine by right of conquest, and I conquer because I stand with the light.